everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really good. In today's video I thought that I would show you my I wouldn't say tips and tricks, but what I kind of do on a daily basis to stay positive and motivated. This is something that I kind of wanted to do a video on for ages, as it's something I have struggled on previously myself, and I just thought I would share with you what I do to kind of stay focused, positive and motivated at the same time. First of all, I want to say that these things I find really useful if you're kind of feeling like stuck in a rut, you feel like you don't want to be you don't want to get up, you don't want to get dressed, you don't want to do anything that day. Like, okay, fair enough, have your lazy Saturday where you're watching Netflix for 8 hours back to back, but at the same time, if you do that but you're doing it for the wrong reasons, because you don't want to do it but because you don't really want to do anything else because you can't be bothered, then maybe these things you could implement into your life as well to kind of help you kind of push through that. The first thing I like to do is I like to sit down and write my goals. So what do I want to achieve? Now, I'd break this down like into yearly, into monthly, and then again into weekly. I find that is a really good way of kind of pinpointing what you need to do to achieve those goals, and then again making a plan to put into action to do that. For example, I like to set my goal for the month. For the year, obviously you have goals there, so then I like to break it down. What is my monthly goal? What do I want to achieve this month? And what I then do is I write down how I'm going to achieve it and focus on those things rather than being overwhelmed by my yearly goal. To break it down and feel focused and motivated that way, because it's going to look less pressure, less like unachievable, etc, etc. That is the first thing that I do. The next thing I like to do then is, with my monthly goal, I like to kind of set a little, like, get a calendar maybe and just put in what days you need to do things and your deadlines of things that you need to achieve by a certain date. And this again will kind of help your mind feel a lot more like less worried, less stressed, and then again that's going to help with feeling positive and feeling more motivated to do things because you're feeling less pressure on yourself. That is just something that I find really works for myself. I was never a fan, like I was that girl that always went and bought a new calendar or a notebook or something and never ever used it, whereas this year I've really tried to push myself to make sure that I'm using it to feel more what's the word, kind of say, like more organized. Yeah, that's the word. God, that was not a hard word to learn, yummy, but okay. Yeah, so I feel more organized, and then it's kind of, once I see myself, like for example a week's gone by and I've ticked off everything that I had, that then spurs me on to the next week, and then hopefully I'm going to have that for next month on month. Bear in mind, I've only been doing this whole little thing I have going on for about a month, but I have seen the benefit from doing it in my mood and also like what I've achieved basically for myself. Definitely do write a little calendar if you find it's going to be easier then for yourself to keep on track of what you need to keep up with, and then it's going to like spur you on because you've said, I've done that in that time frame, I can do that again, and then again it's going to just keep, you know, keep repeating itself basically. The next thing I would say is to write daily lists. Some people might think that's stupid and that's obvious to do, but I mean like write a detailed list, not just like clean the house. Break it down, like clean the bathroom, what you need to do in the bathroom, what you need to clean. Do you need to clean the bath? Do you need to, I don't know, do you know what I mean? What you don't get to clean the floors. Write it really detailed, and also do like a little box that you can tick it off or highlight it off or something. Once you do that, that is going to push you again. You're going to feel really motivated. You're going to be, when you feel like yourself, you're achieving stuff, it's going to make you want to keep going and achieve more. That's just something that I find really helpful for myself, is just writing really detailed lists. And again, it's something that I love looking back on it and seeing what I've done with my day, because some days you could wake up and before you know it, it's time to go to bed again. You're like, what have I actually done with my day? If you have a list there, you can kind of go through and go, okay, I did get that done and I did get this done and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. Like, your day might go a little bit quicker when you're focusing on all these things, but at least you got what you wanted out of that day. It's not like you feel like your day was wasted. So if anyone knows me, I hate sitting around on a weekend. I don't know what it is, I just cannot stand getting up late. I need to be up early, I need to get out, I need to do something. I just can't waste the days, especially if you're working Monday to Friday 9 to 5. Saturday, Sunday, you don't want to waste that. Something else that I found is working for me is if I wake up in a bad mood, now not necessarily a bad mood, but I'm just getting a bad vibe for the day from the time I open my eyes, I would just put on like some of your favourite music and do your makeup. Force yourself to get a shower, do your makeup, get dressed, feel good. Once you do that, you're going to feel a lot better than just sitting around in your pyjamas. That's what I find anyway. Like when I was a teenager, I used to love sitting in my pyjamas all day on a weekend, and I just cannot do that now because it makes me feel worse, if you get me. I don't know what it is about it. I like to get out, get some fresh air, get my lists written, and then focus on those things for the day. So music really helps me to be in a like positive, motivated mood. You can also listen to podcasts. That's another thing I wanted to say. Listen to motivational podcasts. It's going to help change your mindset and your outlook on the day. If anyone does know any good podcasts that are motivational, definitely leave them below, because I'm looking for some that are really good as well. To be honest, I haven't found a lot at the moment, but I'm only just kind of getting into them. So if you do have any recommendations, I really would appreciate them. So do let me know in the comment section. Another thing that I absolutely love to do, now I'm just kind of only getting into this at the moment, and that is, if you haven't heard of The Secret, like what kind of rock have you been living under basically? The Secret is a book that focuses on manifesting and basically how you can reach your goals. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it other than like telling you to read it or like watch it on Netflix. Like, it will completely change your outlook for that day and on life in general. It is something that I do find a little bit hard to implement in my life on a day-to-day basis, but I am trying. That's one of my goals for this year. So hopefully that would maybe suit you as well if you did give it a try and see what you thought of that also. So that's it for today's video. I do hope you really liked my ideas and ways in which I've been finding helps me feel more positive, motivated. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, and I shall see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.